Welcome. Here we are. So, this is our first episode of the Pageant Launchpad, and I am so excited that you're here. This is the place where our girls for South Dakota America Pageants will get some of their training, and anyone else who wants to learn about pageantry, who's new, or maybe who just wants some more ideas on how to hone their skills. If you're here, you made it. You showed up, and that alone tells me something powerful about you. I'm Charlene. Again, this is episode 1 of a journey that we are going to take together over the next months, many months, hopefully. A journey that's going to challenge everything you thought you knew about pageantry and maybe even everything you thought you knew about yourself. We're talking today about something called the Never Me Woman. And if you've ever looked at pageantry and thought, that's not for me, that could never be me, then this episode is exactly for you. Here is the plot twist to this. You are exactly what we've been waiting for South Dakota America pageants, and potentially for whatever pageant you're in. So let's talk about the Never Me voice. And let's be honest, right now, there's probably a voice in your head. Maybe it's been there for years, like it was for me. Maybe it got louder the minute you clicked on this video, or maybe it's just been loud for a really, really, really long time. It's the voice that says, I'm not pageant material. I don't have the right look. I'm too old. That was a big one for me. I'm too young. I'm too curvy, which was also a big one for me. I'm too short. That was a huge one for me. You can't fix your height. I'm a single mom. I don't have time for this. I've been through too much. I'm too broken. Um, I'm not polished enough or confident enough or perfect enough. That voice is what I call the never me voice. Now, I want you to know something right now. Right at the very beginning of this journey, that voice is lying to you and it's going to keep coming up. You've got to keep it in check. Here's what's even more important. That voice is also revealing something super powerful about you. Okay? Stay with me on this. Where does that never me voice come from? For me, it was a lifetime of being told I wasn't enough. For many people, it's about years of watching pageantry from the outside. And we saw it on TV. We saw the tall, thin, impossibly perfect women. We saw all the glitz and the glam and the sashes and the crowns, and somewhere along the way we internalized a message. This is what pageantry looks like, and I don't look like that. Maybe someone even told you that out loud. Maybe a family member or a friend or a coach or a stranger on the internet told you that you didn't fit the mold. Many women have experienced this. Or maybe this is the one that hurts the most. Maybe you told yourself over and over again until you believed it. The Never Me voice was born from a narrow definition of what pageantry could be, a definition that left out so many incredible women, an ideology that the Mrs. America system was never born to create. In 1976, during a bicentennial celebration at a baseball game, Elaine and her late husband David had a conversation over a hot dog that would change history. Everyone was talking about the founding fathers, and David turned to Elaine and he asked her, "What about our founding mothers?" That simple question sparked a revolution. In 1977, Elaine and David revived the Mrs. America pageant, which had been dormant for a decade. But they didn't just revive it, they revolutionized it. They created a platform for Mrs. America to honor women and called them America's greatest, um, America's greatest asset. For nearly 5 decades, Elaine has championed married women, mothers and wives, celebrating their strength, their beauty, their intelligence, and their contributions to society. She understood that choosing marriage and motherhood didn't mean giving up your dreams. It meant having a platform to inspire others while building a family. When David passed away in 2019, Elaine didn't just continue the legacy, she expanded it. She created Mrs. American in 2019 and doubled the opportunity for women to shine on that national stage. She added Miss for America Strong, celebrating single, divorced, and widowed women. And her vision has not only grown, but it has become so powerful. Today, thanks to Elaine's dedication, thousands of women have found their voice and their platform. State directors from all 50 states and DC rally around her leadership. Mrs. America, Miss for America Strong, and Mrs. American and Mrs. World continue to celebrate married and now single women as well across the world. A sisterhood spanning generations and that supports each other. Elaine showed us that it's never too late to pursue your dreams, that married women deserve to be celebrated, and that strength and grace and beauty know no age. Women just like you. I've been that woman. I've stood on the outside of spaces where I didn't think that I belonged. I've looked at opportunities and disqualified myself before anyone else could do it. I've carried the weight of feeling like I wasn't enough. And you know what I learned? The never me voice isn't about pageantry at all. It's about every time we've been told or told ourselves that we don't belong, that we're not worthy, that we should stay small and quiet and invisible, but we're not doing that anymore. Let's talk about your doubts and how they are your greatest strength. Here's where things get interesting. I'm going to tell you something that might seem contradictory. Before you think I've lost my mind, hear me out, okay? When you say never me, what you're really saying is, I'm different. I don't fit the traditional mold. I have a unique perspective. I've walked a road that has given me depth, resilience, and authenticity. The very things that make you doubt yourself are the things that make you extraordinary. Think about it. The single mom who says, I don't have time for pageantry. You have actually mastered time management, sacrifice, and unconditional love. You show up every single day when you're exhausted. You've learned to prioritize what actually matters. That's not a weakness, that's leadership. The veteran who says, I'm too rough around the edges. You've served your country. You have understood discipline, teamwork, and a mission driven purpose like no one else. You face challenges most people can't even imagine. That's not something to hide, that's strength. The career woman who says, I'm not soft enough or feminine enough. You've shattered glass ceilings. You've proven yourself in rooms where you were the only woman. You've developed a voice and you've learned to use it. That's not incompatible with pageantry. That's exactly what pageantry needs. The woman who survived trauma, abuse, addiction, or loss like me, you've walked through fire and you came out alive. You carry a story that could change someone's life. That's not being too broken. That's being a warrior. You see what I'm saying? The doubts you carry aren't signs that you don't belong. They're signs that you bring something different, something real, something to the pageant world that the pageant world is in desperate need of. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take that never me voice and I want you to transform it. Just a little shift, a small change that opens up everything. Instead of never me, I want you to start asking, what if me? What if I could use my platform to serve my community? What if I could inspire other women who feel like they don't belong? What if I could prove to myself that I'm braver than I thought? What if I could show my kids, my family, my friends what courage looks like? What if I could redefine pageantry and what it looks like for the next generation? That shift from never me to what if me, that's where transformation begins. That's where you stop being a spectator and start being a participant in your own life. So let me paint you a picture of who we're looking for in South Dakota America pageant. Maybe not in other pageants, but this is what we're looking for. And in this community, we're building together. We're looking for women who have lived, who carry stories that matter, who are willing to be authentic, who won't hide their scars or their struggles, who want to serve, who understand that the spotlight is simply a tool, not a destination, who are ready to grow, who know they don't have all the answers, but they're willing to learn, who will lift others up, who see women as allies, not competition. Notice what's not on that list: a certain dress size, certain height, certain income level, a certain background, a certain level of polish. Because here's the truth: the pageant world doesn't need more perfection, it needs authenticity. It needs women who will stand on a stage and say, this is who I am. This is what I believe. This is what I've been through. And this is how I want to serve. It needs women who will redefine what pageantry can be. It needs women who thought never me and showed up anyway. Pageantry actually needs you. So let's do an exercise right now. And I'm serious. If you're in a place where you can do this, I want you to actually do it. Take your biggest doubt. Think of that one thing that just keeps nagging at you that says that you're never me. Or anything else in your life for that matter. Got it? Okay. Now I want you to reframe it. I want you to turn it into a strength. Let me give you some examples. For the single mom, I'm a single mom with 3 kids, right? We talked about that. Reframe it as, I'm a single mom who has mastered resilience, time management, and unconditional love. I show up every day for the people I care about. Or I'm too old. My 56th birthday. I'm 53 or 56 or 40, whatever. I have a perspective and wisdom that a 21-year-old hasn't yet developed. I know who I am. Or I've struggled with my weight my whole life. Reframe it like this: I understand the complexity of health and body image. I can speak authentically to women who face those same struggles. Or the I'm not polished or put together. Reframe it like I'm real, I'm approachable, I'm someone that other women can relate to and connect with. You see how this works? Your doubt isn't your disqualification, it's your distinction. It's what makes you you. If you're still watching, that tells me something about you. That tells me that despite the doubts, despite the never me voice, despite the reasons that you could click away, you're still here and that matters. Hang in there. This series, the Pageant Launchpad, is designed for every single woman, not just the ones who thought pageantry wasn't for her, but for every single woman. It's for every woman who's been overlooked or underestimated or counted out. It's for every woman who's been told she's too much or she's not enough. It's for every woman who has a fire inside of her to serve, to lead, to make a difference. And it just needs permission to step into it. I'm giving you permission right now. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be perfect. You don't even need to be sure. You just need to show up week after week, episode after episode, and watch what happens inside you. Over the next many weeks, we're going to build something together. We're going to take that what if me question and turn it into this is me. We're going to talk about learning to tell your story with power and authenticity. We're going to develop a community service platform that reflects your passion. You're going to do that, not me, you. You're going to walk into an interview room and own the space. You're going to build unshakable confidence that comes from knowing exactly who you are. Navigate the mental game of comparison, doubt, and fear. Show up on stage as yourself, not as someone you think you should be. But it all starts here with naming the never me voice and recognizing it for what it is. Proof that you have something unique to offer. So here's my challenge for you this week. This is your homework. I want you to write down all the never me thoughts you have. And I want you to take an imaginary laser. And I learned this from a very intelligent woman. And I want you to take those things out of the depths of your heart. And then I want you to figure out who that came from and decide whether you believe it to be true. Is it something that uplifts you or expresses the woman you want to be? If it's not, discarded. If it is, then you hold it back in there. If you aren't sure how to reframe it, then post it up and send me a message, and either myself or our community will help you reframe it, because we want you to go from the never me to what if me to the forever queen. This journey isn't passive. This isn't about watching videos and staying the same. This is about transformation. Transformation requires participation. So next week, the myths we believe and the lies we tell ourselves about ourselves and pageantry. We're going to tear down those narratives and we are going to replace them with truth. You're not going to want to miss it. And until then, remember this. You might have been the never me woman your whole life, but today you get to be the what if me woman. And that changes everything. We'll see you next week.